How cute this is. It's a purse, a tote. It does have initials on the back. And it's adorable. Hi there, you are joining me on a trip to Goodwill. This is my favorite Goodwill. I found that tote in the very beginning of my shopping adventure, and then I moved on to the clear glass section and found this hand-painted covered candy dish, maybe, perhaps. I thought it was super pretty. I haven't been here in a while because we just got back from our trip to Arkansas, so it's like a brand new store, and every time I do this I think I should only come here once a week because then it seems so brand new to me. There was a full set of the little tomato juice glasses, but I really like this rooster glass. There was only one of them. And then a little bit over there were, well, there's this one that says Cadillac, but there is another one that also said Cadillac with a different year on it. And then below it, they had these teacups, which I thought were super pretty. I did like the little rooster glass the best, so I decided to take that. I thought this was very nicely done. I thought it was good quality. And then the back, the tail kind of looked, the paint kind of looked chippy to me. So that's why I left it. This was really fancy and mirrory and shiny. And look at the original price. It was expensive. I thought that was pretty. Very 80s look to it, perhaps. And then there was this whole matching set. I think this was here before I left for Arkansas. I'm pretty sure this is a napkin holder, and it matches everything. I do like the napkin holder, but I didn't really want to break up the set, so I left it there. On another end cap, they had a whole bunch of Moriage the dragonware there. I almost said dinosaur. That one had a little Florida souvenir to it, marked on it. And then here they bundled both of these. I must say the prices have calmed down here at this Goodwill. I thought they were more reasonable than they have been in the past, which was nice to see. And I looked over the teacups, but decided I didn't need anything. I liked this little cup. Or that's not a cup, that's a bell. These little cherry juice glasses, they look like something that I had a little while ago. There are only 3, and usually sets are 2 or 4 or 6, an even number, so I left those. There was this ginormous vase. It was marked $20. It was really, really pretty. I don't believe it was Murano. It was probably China, home goods, some kind of decor. And then look at the bottom piece. That was really pretty also, and I believe that was also marked at $20. I feel that's reasonable, but that's a whole bunch of heavy glass that I do not want to deal with. This was pretty cool. It was marked on the back, and I was able to look it up. Arthur Court. I liked how it was all giraffes, but it's not a huge high seller, but someone who enjoys giraffes, I'm sure is going to snatch that up when they see it, and I like the style of the double shell plate here. When I got home, I decided to do a little bit more research. Here are some recent solds. You can see the one on the bottom. It was including free shipping. The one on the top, ooh, that was a deal, only 99 cents. Here, these both are for auction, and they didn't get a lot of bids on them. Only $10.50 and $9.99. And then here are some other ones. The one at $29 free shipping. So if I would get this again, if I would pick it up and it wasn't $13 as a buy-in, I probably would set it as a set price and not an auction. These, I had a sneaking suspicion they were not handmade, and I feel that they are not handmade. They're probably mass-produced. Just giving you a look at the shelves. This was a giant chalkware piece of Jesus on the cross. While I was shopping, another person came and picked it up. This was a cute little vase. I thought about picking this up as a giveaway for my next Whatnot sale, but I decided against it. Thought this was a cute little tea bag holder with the forget-me-nots, I believe, are on that. And then down here, this caught my eye because I believe it is made out of fiberglass, and that has some age to it. I did put those napkins in my cart for a little bit, but I did look them over, and there was staining on them, so I did put those back. I looked again at this tray. I've picked up this type of material before, but it's been in a bowl, and it's a more kitschy look to it. This is nice, but it had a lot of heavy scratching on it. And look how pretty those glasses are. I thought those were pretty. They would look nice with that apple tray. He looks annoyed. I love my Schnauzer. You look so annoyed. You're grumpy. Like someone painted that. Me too. Trinket back here.
You're gonna take that? Oh, you want me to take this part?
A bunch of stuff in here.
Are you still talking?
It goes that way. What that is? I guess it's an ornament. Stick it right there. You can see it. It's $5. $2.99. Left in Taiwan, we have January, February, and March. And some Avon bunnies for $2.99 and the vase. Oh, here's another one. August. This bell. It's different. Oh, a duck. Some Smurfs. Painter, baker. Well, I might check those out. Here's a duck. Oh, it's Old Howard. Wow. There's a little titty right there. Oh, and he has a crack. No? Pretty neat. I'd look him up too. Oh, it's a studio piece. There's a jar in there. It's stuck. Kind of neat with the white. It looks like it's faded though. $4.99 in Panama. I think that this was a bobbin at one time, but I don't understand why they put that thing on the side of it. So if you know what that is, please let me know. I spied these, and the thing I really wanted was the daisy and button toothpick holder. And the bonus was it came with another candle holder. This is a chimney flue cover, but it is a reproduction. It's not an antique. I've picked up the antique ones before. In my own opinion, I know that they're older when you turn them over on the back and it shows age. That one was easy because it had a barcode on it. If you've been a subscriber to my channel for a while, you know that I hate touching toothbrush holders. I made an exception with this one because I thought it had a nice design. And I was thinking about getting it when I spied this Just the Right shoe. These are nice to look up because they always have the name printed on the bottom of it. I think this one was called Spring Fling or something like that. I was wondering what was in this box, and then I recognized this. Jenny has one of these. It's to put those crystal paperweights on, and it changes color. And then I spied this Anthropologie salt and pepper shaker. The handle is broken off in the middle of the underplate, but then they also had the butter dish. And I really like the style of them. I know Anthropologie can sell well, so hopefully this will sell well as well. Ugh, so annoying. All right, this was nice. It was a kind of a handmade art project with the wood burning into it. You can tell it's nicer weather out if you can hear the motorcycles in the background. I'm sitting by an open window. I did put that back because it isn't a huge high seller, but I would suggest if you ever come across just the right shoes to definitely, see, to definitely look them up because some of them might be really high sellers. I thought that was very pretty, a music box with the carousel horse, and then here was a smaller one. I didn't catch how much the prices were on them. I did have this welcome sign in my cart for a little bit. When I turn it over, you see it was a locally made, hand-painted sign. When I looked at it on closer inspection, you see there at the very bottom, the bottom tip had broken off. So I did end up putting that in my cart and then put it back. This was a trash can. I was looking for this is a trash can. It still is. It wasn't. I was looking for marks on it. And then, look, from behind, the toothbrush holder had a crack right where you're going to attach it to your wall. So I feel I made the right choice to still avoid touching toothbrush holders. Here we are in another aisle. This was a magnet. I thought it was a little figurine, so I put it up a little bit higher so it wouldn't get lost and thrown down on the floor by accident. And, oh, I thought this might be for an aquarium. That's what it looked like to me. And giving you a look at the shelves as well. This looked like a handmade wallet. To me, it looked like a kit that you would have bought. It was nicely done, but just the leather was real thin and on the inexpensive side, so I decided to leave that. Got a little too close, so I moved you back a little bit to show you these trivets. They didn't have any markings on them. They were $5 a piece. I did like the crab, but it did have some wear from previous use, and it was missing one of the plastic feet. And then I noticed that it's 2 crabs and 2 fish. But because I couldn't find a maker's mark on it, I decided to leave that there. I was testing myself that this was Party Light, and sure enough, it is Party Light. It's a big crystal glass display. So I'm showing you, look, you could display that thing on it. And then moving over, there was a bookend. I believe this was a student piece. It had Darius written on the back of it, but there was only one. I thought that was unusual that the face, not that it was unusual there was only one. And then I thought about getting this. Oh, now it's raining. Can you hear the rain? Now, in here, this bag had a whole wind chime, and it had the roofs of kind of a Thailand or some Asian country, and it looked like it would have been cool to get to see if all the pieces were there, but I didn't really feel like dealing with all of that, so I left it for somebody else. And in this bag were 2 curtain drawbacks. Nothing too crazy exciting about those. And here's a look at the other shelves. They had some critters kind of sprinkled throughout the store. So I was checking them out, seeing if there was anything that stood out. I thought this was neat. It said July. It was missing one of the rhinestones out of its paw. I thought that was super cute. And moving my way down the line, here was a little purse. Now this I did think about getting because it definitely had some age to it. And I'm sure someone somewhere is yelling at me, why didn't you pick that up? But I felt that the one hand on its lap had broken off, so I did leave that. On closer inspection of the Smurf figurines, I noticed that a lot of them had the paint missing. You can see Brainy Smurf. There was paint coming off of his hat. And then there was lots of surface marks and wear to the feet. I used to collect the original ones when I was little. So these were from 2011. So I decided to put those back. I thought this was nice, but it kind of reminded me of Target, even though I do like Target. But I didn't think it would be a super high seller, so I decided to put it back. When I first picked this up off the shelf, I thought it was just a plate, and it surprised me that it was a cake stand. And it had some age to it, and this tray was very pretty. It had a Made in China sticker on the back of it. And then down here at the bottom, look at this little canister. That's totally 80s, 90s to me. And it had a sticker on the bottom that it was kind of, I recognize it when I see it, but it's hard to explain. It's kind of a mass-produced catalog, like you get it out of a catalog. Maybe I should have gotten this. I'm not sure. This was originally made for false graph. It has a primitive look to it. but I just wasn't feeling it at this moment in time. And then here I wanted to give you an up close of this pattern. I thought it was pretty. And I believe this was restaurant wear. I still have to list my other restaurant wear Pyrex that I found here a couple weeks ago. And then this was real thin feeling, so I put that back. Creme brulee, not cream brulee. People will correct you. Oh, here's another bell. July. Aw, look, someone did their dog. That's sweet. I see a teapot over there with a sweater on. King and I. Ooh, $10. $10 for Yul Brenner. If you're listening to this with headphones on, your ears are not playing tricks on you. I had to mute some sections of the background music that was playing. When I got over to the teapot, I didn't really recognize the maker's mark. And then over here, this was a whole bundled set of utensils. And then I figured out, oh, look, they're all cheese knives and one melon baller. And I really liked that spatula. It had a pig on it and it said Guy. So I don't know if that's Guy Fieri or who else would have a pig and its name is Guy. I'm not sure. Here is a wooden deviled egg plate. I've never seen them in wood. Here's another little metal made in Japan. Salt and pepper. They're little teapots. I went over to check the restocking cart. Nothing better than a fresh cart. I saw the chicken and I was really disappointed that both of them were chipped up. A lady was pointing it out to me as well. And then she helped me. It was very nice of her. She helped me pull this vintage chicken, probably soup tureen, out. And it was marked USA. And I thought, oh gosh, this is good. Look, it's only $2.99. But upon closer inspection, there was a crack right above my thumb on the lid. But I did find something else. Look at this cutie pie Boyd's Bear Mohair kitty cat. And it did come with the original box. I might put this up on my Whatnot sale that's coming up this Friday at 6 o'clock. And then I almost got this painting, but there was a lot of cracking to it. And I really, really wish the year had been painted on it. It looked like it had some age to it. But then on closer inspection, there was a lot of that foxing of the canvas. And I didn't want to think, oh, is that some kind of something? So I put it up top so everyone else can see it. There was nothing in that box. That was disappointing. And then on an end cap, right when I was about to leave, I found this little angel candle holder. And look, it has the HH, the Holt Howard sticker. And then I found another one. And they are not chipped, which is a small miracle. They just needed to be cleaned up a little bit, and they cleaned up nicely. And then underneath it, I noticed that there was this little sign. I thought this was cute. Isn't that sweet? It was just on some kind of paper, or not paper, wood composite. And then I was checking out what was in this bag. And then if you ever go to the Hershey chocolate factory, you can make your own chocolate bar, and it comes in that tin. And then I thought I found a third candle holder. It looks very close. Look how close it looks to the Holt Howard one. But this one was marked Commodore, Japan. And it had a more crude feel to it. But look, it's the same angel with the candle and the bird. But I left that one. These, I wasn't sure what they were. Then I realized they sit in something. There's a votive holder, giving you a look as well. They had like animal prints on them. And then isn't this pretty? I think this is a Hollywood Regency style little trinket with a glass top. It's in really, really good condition. I thought that was really pretty. And now I'm just looking at everything else before I left the store. Those were bean bags made out of chenille fabric. And I usually don't pick up these Easter eggs if they have years on them. And then you might have noticed this earlier in the video, and I finally noticed it. It's a buyer's choice dog, and I do like picking these up whenever I see them. And then at the very last moment, I noticed this This might be an antique, maybe, but definitely vintage cheese cover. And then from another side, I noticed the Yorkies. So I went around to the regular side of the aisle. And this is adorable if it has the lid. I'll put a picture up what it looks like with the lid intact. This frame reminded me so much of Peggy Carr or Sniden, Strichter, you know what I mean. But I can't find a signature on it. So I have to do some more research to see if they did frames because I didn't know if they did. And then I immediately recognized this kitty cat. And I think it's adorable that she is wearing a hula skirt. And here I'm going to show you the tag. And that is going to wrap up our trip to the Goodwill today. Here is everything that I picked up on this trip. There were a lot of things. I'm going to work on packing up the items that I sold while we were on vacation. And then I'm going to start getting ready to list some of these items on eBay. I am also going to save some of them for my Whatnot sale that is happening this Friday, Cinco de Mayo, May 5th at 6 o'clock. One of the things I really like about Whatnot is that I get to interact with you. We have a chat going. Some people just come to hang out. Some people come to see what I have for sale. And I think that is my most favorite thing about Whatnot. If you're interested in purchasing on Whatnot and you have not purchased anything before, you can use the link in the description of this video and you get $15 towards your very first purchase. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see ya.